wants to be king!
Welcome back to the War Room. I've been off the grid for a couple of weeks, not because of any strikes or any trouble or any of that, but rather because I felt like I needed to readjust my course. I think that one of the most important things for men is to have a purpose in life. And as I've gotten older, I've started to see the world way different than I did when I was a younger man. And I've said many times before, I feel like I owe. And because I'm a Christian, I feel like that it is my place as a man, it is my duty as a man to protect those who can't protect themselves. Well, one of the last posts that I made was about a video that I was going to make about the most unprotected class. And ironically or poetically, however you choose to see it, things unfolded in the town that I live in where a certain sick bastard decided that he was going to go to bus stops in the park and try to lure children to get in the car with him. And upon hearing this news, me and some of the men in my team decided that we were going to set some traps and see if we could catch this predator in our web. And luckily for everybody involved, nothing happened, because none of us think very highly of these people who prey upon our children. But that started a different thought process, and it led me down a rabbit hole that showed me things that I can't unsee, and gave me knowledge of things that I cannot unknow. And so now my mission, along with furthering, my intention to help young men navigate this world, is to engage in the fight against the predators who seek to prey upon our children. Now, I've got to be careful about what I say here, because the people who run the controls here are part of this demonic agenda that seeks to destroy everything pure in our culture. And this long game it's taken decades to reach this level of decadence. But just looking at the reaction to this leaked Roe v. Wade, possible outcome, just listening to people cry and whine and claim that it's their right to avoid personal responsibility and accountability for the decisions that they made, it's really sick. It's really sick that we have built a culture and allowed our society to be such that we've encouraged our mothers to look at motherhood as an inconvenience. And what's even more sick is that we've legislated their right to exterminate a child because of whatever reason that they see fit. And there's a lot of things, when you look at what's happened in the last 2 years, the things that have been happening in the background with all the sick monsters that have put children in a place that no child should ever be placed, and it's gone under the radar. Barely a mention. They've lied, made up different stories about things, when people at the highest levels have been complicit and guilty of doing some of the most atrocious things that a person can imagine to children. I just listened to that evil piece of shit Chuck Schumer give a speech about how, if this Roe decision is overturned, that it's an abomination. And the sad part about it is there's a bunch of stupid idiots, a bunch of irresponsible sluts that want to preserve their ability to avoid responsibility for the decisions that they made. And because we've got our culture to the point where calling it what it is some kind of way shaming or whatever bullshit weak victim narrative that they put on it, we have gotten to the point to where now in the schools they're doing things that parents would never allow to children and feel like it is within their right to poison our children, to encourage our children to become real abominations. You see, the reason why I've been gone for about a month is because I've been working on my purpose, my new mission, my new purpose, and that is to stand against this attack on our children at every front. Again, I've got to be very careful about what I say, because what we're doing is bigger than just producing t-shirts and doing any of that shit. We are going to engage these demons and do everything within our power, within our ability to stop this attack on our children. Now, the purpose of this video is to ask you, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? When you are no longer here, will anybody remember you for what your purpose is? See, for me, my goal in life and everything that I set myself out to do is with one thing in mind, and that is to be able to die well. To be able to die well and have an impact on people's lives because they knew me. As I go down the backside of my years, I feel like I've been given a blessed life. And as a man, when there's so few men willing to stand up and protect children, to stand up and stand against this sickness, this mental disorder that's taken over our country, that's my job. That's my purpose. We are probably in the most important time in any of our lives. Even if you lived in America back in the Second World Conflict, where we are today, what we're going through right now, where our so-called leaders are trying to guide us into, will be something that none of us want. And if we continue to let them prescribe our purpose in being one of these useful idiot categories, if we continue to turn a blind eye to the most unprotected class and allow these demons to go after our children, if we continue to ignore the real things that matter in life while going after the things of this world, then we truly deserve all the bad that lies at the gates waiting to enter into our world. We're being given an opportunity right now. We're given a chance right now to fix what's been broken, but it's going to require sacrifice, and it's going to require the men in this country to have a purpose and stand on it. What's your purpose? Out.